Good evening. Welcome to Harsha's training, Python programming. So before going to the session, the first thing is first we will discuss the syllabus. That is, what are the contents that are going to discuss in the throughout this complete Python programming session. Why? Because without knowing the syllabus, it is very difficult for us. So I will explain the syllabus, and meanwhile, if you have any doubts, anything regarding to Python concepts, anything you can ask, no problem. Okay. First, directly, I will explain the syllabus. What are the things and how we are going to execute, what are the plans, each and everything I will explain. The first Python is divided into many number of parts. In that, the first thing is the basic concepts. The first thing we are going to discuss is the basic concepts. So what are the basic concepts? Coming to any programming language, the basic concepts are simply identifier, identifiers, keywords, data types, and operators. These are the basic things. Okay, what is identifier, what are the operators, what are the different types of data types available, and along with operators. Not only these four, these are the things, but along with we also discuss how to read input and how to print output, the most important thing. Why? Because if you want to write a program, understand carefully. Suppose my aim is, if you want aim to write a program, each and every program has to provide some input. You have to provide some input to the program. By taking this input, you have to perform some operation and then produces the output. These are the two things: taking the input, perform the operation, and then produces the output. Remember the thing. So here, how to read input, what are the different ways of reading input, that is the most important thing. We will discuss all the different ways of reading the input from the user. And then the most important thing is, for example, everything, a general scenario, we are prepared some item. So even though the taste of the item is very good, but what is the main important factor? The decoration. That is how we are presenting the item. Similarly, the main thing is the output statements. The main thing is output statement. So in which format you have to print the output, what are the different ways of printing the output. Approximately we have 10 to 15 ways of printing different types of outputs. So we will discuss all these basic concepts. So coming to operators, for example, what are the different types of operators, and exactly each and every operator we will discuss how to execute. That means each and every minute topic is moving in a practical session. Remember that thing. So even though if I am missing anything, directly you ask me, why are you missing this topic? So no problem, 100%. Each and every topic equally. And then at the time of execution only, the students is able to understand the concept. So here theoretical knowledge is not at all important. The theoretical knowledge is some little bit is important, but how the things are executed. So we will discuss each and every operators. What are the different ways of converting one operator, that is one data type, into another data type. What are the different ways of converting casting operation, that is type casting, type conversion. All these basic things are discussed. This is our first module. Remember, once you understand this module, then only it is very easy to move to the programming language. Why? Because without knowing the basic things, it is very difficult to move on to the next one. Now, along with, we also discuss install of Python software, where we are executing the programs. So we know the concepts, but we required a software, or we required a tool. There we are executing the program. And remember, for executing the Python, we have many different tools, many number of tools are available. Suppose one basic version, assume I will explain all the different tools installations. Assume One basic version is IDLE. This is the tool where we are executing Python. I think if any nobody knows C language, so for executing the C language, code blocks is one tool, DEV is one tool. Suppose a Turbo C is another tool. For example, Java program, Eclipse is one tool, NetBeans is one tool. Like this, for executing the Python programs also, many tools are available. One is ideally, second one is Jupyter, third one is the Spider. Not only this, next one is the PyCharm, next one is Google Labs. So we have many number of tools are available. I will show you how to install all the softwares in your personal computer and how do we write and execute the programs. And remember, even though if you are not using any tool, we will discuss how to execute the programs by using command prompt. That means we are writing the programs in a notepad, and by using this command prompt, we are executing the program. Command prompt, we are executing the programs. So this is step one. That is in the sense of module one. After completion of all these basic things, step by step, we are moving into next level. Here, each and every step, we are moving level by level. What is the next level? Next level is mainly depends on control statements. Mainly depends on control statements. So here control, that means we are writing the program. So writing the program, how the program is executed, a general scenario, the program is executed line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, and so on. Line by line, the programs are executed. Suppose if you want to change the order of execution, for example, instead of going to line 4 after executing line 3, next, instead of going to line 4, I am going to line 5 or line 6. That means control of the particular statements. So we have different control statements. The first one is called decision making statements. The first one is decision making statements. So under decision, in the sense a condition, based on the condition we are performing some operation. So in this decision making statements we will discuss a simple if. No problem, I will explain each and everything for our convenience only. Right now I am explaining these things. Simple if, I will share you the syllabus copy. If else if ladder, and the next one is nested if. So these are the things that are available under decision making statements, right? We will discuss these decision making statements. Remember, for each and everything what we discuss, for example, consider anything if else. Consider if else. So what are the things if else? What is the syntax of if else? What is the flow chart? And along with, we will discuss at least some set of examples how the if else is used in our programming. Okay, so each and everything, syntax, a flowchart along with an example execution also, not blindly within the PPT. Sorry, blindly within the PPT. Okay, this is the example, not like this. So compulsory, each and everything we will move with the practical purpose only. After completion of this decision making, one of the another control statements are iterative statements. Iterative are also called as looping statements. What is mean by this one? For example, you are writing a program. Instead of blindly going to line by line, if you want to execute some set of code multiple number of times, if you want to execute some set of code multiple number of times, we are moving into this iterative statement. So for this iterator, what are the things we have? While loop and for loop. These are the two loops. Along with for repeating, we also have range function. Okay, after that, transfer statements are also called as jumping statements, either called transfer statements or jumping statements. Here three things: break, continue, and then pass. This is my second step. What is my second module? Simply related to control statements. By using these two, we have an idea related to programming, not only Python. Here I said these are the things that are related to any programming languages. But here in this we discuss according to the syntaxes of the Python programming. Now, the most very important thing is the data types. The most important thing is actually in the basic introduction also data types. Those are very sample the basic data types. Here we are moving into advanced data types. Without these data types, generally it is not possible to write a program. Okay, each and every program in any company, whatever the program you are doing, generally these are the main important things. So data type is simply heart of the Python programming. Okay, so we will clearly discuss each and every data type. Under this, what are the things we have? String, list, tuple, dictionary, set. These are the data types, advanced data types that are available in Python. Now, what is the thing? How these data types are useful our programming? Before that, I will explain what are the topics that we are going to cover. For example, for all these things, the common thing is first, what are the different ways of creation? For example, consider a string. How do we create a string? That is, we will discuss different ways of creation of a string. What are the different operations that are performed on a string? And the most importantly, what are the different functions, already existing functions? What are the different existing functions available in the string? Now, the thing is, for example, a program is given to you. The program is a simple example, like this, a simple example. You are reading a string. What is your aim? To convert all the characters in the string into uppercase. That means my program is like this: A, B, C, D. So this is a string. What is your aim? Your aim is to convert the program into capital letters A, B, C, D. Assume this is your program. Now, how to convert? If you know the functions that are available in the string, it is very easy to convert. That means you have to learn all the functions and how the functions are useful. Then those are the things that are useful for writing a program. Okay, so our main concentration and our most of the time is dependent on these things only. We have to learn these things very clearly and carefully also. Now, after completion of these steps, we are moving into the concept of functions. We are moving to the concept of functions. So here general things: what is a function, what are the properties of function, how do we create a function, all the things that are related to functions in Python. Along with here, Python have an additional concept of different types of arguments. Python has an additional thing of different types of arguments. So these things are discussed. That means observe, along with the types of arguments, what are the different types of parameters, how do we perform return statement, all these things are combined. Now, under these functions, one more, the most important topic is lambda is the function. Lambda is simply a function without any name. So we will discuss lambda and also discuss map, discuss reduce. We will also discuss filter. These are the most important functions that are available in Python. And again, coming to the concept of functions, what are the things? So the different ways of creating the function, that is, what is a function, the ways of creating a function, what are the different types of arguments or parameters that are used in the function, and one of the most important thing is anonymous function, also called as lambda, along with three more important functions. The most useful function is map. Approximately 90% of the programming we are using the map function. So no problem. We will discuss all these things. Okay. So these are the some basic concepts. Now, the one of the most future of Python programming is Python supports both procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming. Remember, suppose C language, C is a completely procedure-oriented. Suppose Java is completely object-oriented. But coming to Python, Python is both procedure oriented and object oriented. Now, up to now, what we had discussed, those are the things that are related to procedure oriented programming. After that, we will move to the concept of object oriented programming in Python. Object oriented programming in Python. What are the things that we have? Class, object. So if you want to discuss these two things, along with we also discuss the concept of constructor, inheritance, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation. These are the things that we are going to discuss under object-oriented programming. Again, remember, for everything we will move in the real-world aspects. Each object-oriented programming in the sense real-time scenario. So, for everything we will consider the real-time scenario. Then it is very easy to understand. So, what are the different situations where we have to use encapsulation? Here, understand the thing carefully. The concept that is how we are going to deal is simply what is abstraction. Okay, this is called abstraction. This is an example, not in that way. So what is an abstraction? We have to discuss with a real-time example where the abstraction is useful in our real life. For example, encapsulation. A medicine, a tablet follows the concept of encapsulation like this. Now, and one of the advanced topic of this object-oriented programming is exception handling. Exception handling. If there is a chance of any errors or any problems, how do we handle those exceptions? How do we handle those exceptions? So the different ways of handling exception, these things are discussed. These are the things that are related to object oriented programming. Okay, right now, up to now, some part not complete, some 50% or 60% of Python programming is completed. So the first part is related to procedure oriented programming. This is the second part related to object oriented programming. By using these two things, we are in a position to write any program. Now we are moving to some next level of Python programming. By using these things, we are in a position to solve the projects also. Okay, so those are the things. By using this, we understand the concept and write the programs. But if you want to do the project, so the next to operation is files. That is, a file is already existed. How do we read a file? What are the different types of files? For example, text file, binary file, Excel file, JSON file, CSV file. These are the different ways. Excel file. These are the different types of files. That is, a file is already existed. For example, your university, all the student details are placed in your university. That is a file. How do you read a file? What are the different operations? That is writing information to the file, updating the information, appending the information, close the file. The complete thing related to files are done. So the concept of file is completed. Now, what is the next thing? The next thing is database. This is the main thing where you are using in projects. So database. Here we will discuss the complete skeleton. Based on that complete skeleton, we according to where requirements, we will discuss any one database. For example, assume in our scenario, we will discuss MySQL database. That means, so first I will explain what is MySQL database. Okay, what are the different commands. For example, I think you know what is the mean by database. For example, in your college, a student database is maintained. What is the student database? The complete information related to the student. So here what we are going to discuss is how to create a database. Assume a table is simple. How do we create a table? How do we insert values into the table? Suppose after insertion, a complete table with a set of values are created. Now, if you want a particular value, for example, my database is contain approximately 1,000 records. If I required simply the roll number 10. Instead of blindly searching each and every record, by writing a query, you have to retrieve the records, how to write, how to update, how to delete, all the commands, create to update to delete to drop. So the set of operations that are performed on a particular database along with, so not only this MySQL, we will discuss how to connect this MySQL database using Python. That means the complete project is completed. The front end is my Python, the back end is my SQL. By using these two things, we are in a position to do the project. Now, along with some modules. What is mean by modules? Already existing or built-in files. So, for example, the things that are already existed, simply our aim is you have to use the module, and by the functions that are available in the modules are directly available to use. So, we will discuss some set of modules. For example, we will discuss math is one module. For example, math is the module. The simple says a directory which contains some set of functions. The functions are log, CLU, floru, absolute, like this math module, and the very important module is RE. This is the most important module. RE module, that is the regular expression module, and then operating system OS module, along with one of the another important module is random module. So not only these four, depending upon the requirements, we will discuss some another modules also, not a thing. Okay, along with we also discuss the date module. This is also one important, that is to display the current day to current time, etc, etc. So we will discuss all these modules. Okay, so program concept is completed, project concept is completed. Now additionally, again not at all completed, we are moving into some concepts related to data science and machine learning. Not only Python, not only these things of Python is not at all sufficient for moving the software industry. We also require the things related to data science, not complete. So under the Python course, these are the things we discuss. So what we will discuss is the NumPy module. These are the modules, that is the modules that are used for doing the machine learning project. And for data science also, these modules are the most important thing. NumPy is the module. Blindly not using NumPy, what are the different types of methods that are available in NumPy? What are the different operations that are performed in NumPy? What is the use? Along with pandas, that is the data frame for data manipulation. I think everyone knows that the main important thing nowadays is the manipulation of data. So for data manipulation, we are using pandas and matplotlib. This is the module which is used to draw the graph. For example, right now if you want any graph, we are going to SL and print insert graph. Instead of that, by using the Python program only, you are in a position to write the graph by using matplotlib. And also we discuss another module, sci-fi. This is also used for data set creations. So these are the modules. Okay, we will discuss all these modules, the functions that are available in this module. Okay, clear. After completion of the module, what is the use? Where we are using this module? For that reason, we will take one real-time data set that is existed in the internet. We will take one real-time data set. On this data set, apply these modules. On this data set, apply these modules by using machine learning. By using machine learning. Okay. So machine learning is completely another field. by using the concept. For example, under machine learning we have three categories: supervised, unsupervised, reinforced, and nowadays one more, semi-supervised is also possible. So we are not discussing all the things. So our intention is we know the modules, but how these modules are useful, that is the reason. Suppose we will move to supervised, that is classification. In this I will explain 3 to 4 algorithms. For example, SV algorithm, KNN algorithm, KNN algorithm, random forest algorithm, decision tree algorithm. We will discuss 3 to 4 algorithms and how the data set is implemented, that is partitioned the data set, how the algorithms are applied on the data set, how do we calculate the accuracy. Simple thing. By implementing this, one project is completed. For example, if you are belongs to the final year or third year BTech students, so by using this, one complete project is completed. So I will explain this complete project also. Okay. So these are the things that we are going to discuss under this Python. Okay. So this is the content. Now it's your time. Ask if you have any doubts. You can unmute yourself and please ask the doubts. My side is completed. Anyone, no problem. So no problem. Offline classes is also available. Actually, today due to bad weather, I think everyone know. Due to bad weather only, we are going to the online classes. So offline classes are also available. No problem. Not a thing. Most probably, if there is no rain, tomorrow we have offline session. Right now we have rain. That is the reason we are moving in online today. Now, any other else, any doubts related to contents, related to syllabus, whatever it is.
Hi, this is Rajesh.
Yes, please. Hi.
Um, so actually, I've been since starting in this class. So I have one doubt is like apart from OOPS concepts and implementation. So whatever the modules we have been highlighted in the screen, right, 4 modules.
Yes,
So
okay.
I just want to compare it with like Java. So is this is like concurrency package, util package?
Hmm.
Is it something like that in Python that we are
Ah,
talking about here?
exactly. Yes, I will give you the answer. For example, in Java, you have util package. The util package contains, assume we have only two things. Assume we have only things. One is a scanner class, one is a date package. So, those scanner and date we are using in the similar fashion. Here in that they are called packages. In Python, these are the modules. Here also, it contains some set of predefined functions like a scanner date. Here also it contains some predefined functions. We have to use these functions for implementing our projects. Almost, not exactly, almost both are same.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, please. Any other else? Please ask the notes. If actually to make the session as a two-way communication, no problem. If you make the session as a two-way communication, then it is very comfortable for you and for me also. So blindly, general thing. Direct if I am teaching, you are listening. Actually, that is not the correct agenda. If you are making the two-way communication, then so I think that okay, you will understand the concept. But or you unmute yourself and ask, okay, this is the doubt. Okay, like that. Okay, no problem.
Okay, all these concepts will be useful for experienced candidates as well, right?
Sorry. Pardon.
See, all these concepts will be useful for the experienced candidate as well as those who are, as per the technology demand and the organization demand. Because if someone is moving from one technology to Python program, and all this will be useful, will be really useful, right?
100%, 100%. All these things are useful if you are moving from any other language. That is, for example, you are in Java. If you want to move to Python technology, compulsory, these are the things very, very important. So the basic scenario is without these things, we are not uh, even not writing a single project also. Compulsory, these things are very important. For example, General, nowadays the most important projects are machine learning and artificial intelligence generally. So without knowing these pandas, it is not possible to write a data manipulation. For example, without knowing this one, it is very difficult. Even for example, so you assume that if these are the only four things are necessary, no. Even though these four things are necessary, minimum we require operator to perform the operation. That is, each and everything is compulsory required if you are moving from one technology to another. Compulsory, these are the things very, very important. Yes. Any,
Okay.
I think it's
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Any other else, please? Okay. So, okay, I think the syllabus content you are clear. I will move to some basic point today. Okay, one more note. Sir, I don't know coding. I am not in back. Okay, 1 second. I received one comment. I don't know coding. I am non-IT background. Can learn Python easily? Yes. What you ask me, I will show you. 1 second. Only 1 minute. Please see the screen. I will give you the answer. Okay. So this is the first slide, fundamental. So under this fundamental, okay, first ignore all these things. What is the last point? Python is recommended as the first programming language for beginners. I think that is clear. That means even though you don't know any programming language, even though you don't know any coding, ignore that one. If you are very fresher and exactly if even though you are a non-IT student, if you have the willing to learn the programming language, then it is very easy to learn the Python programming. Generally, everyone said that C is very easy, C is very easy, but compared to C programming language, Python is very, very, very easy. But what we know directly, it is not possible to learn. You have to know the order, in which order you have to learn. The order, where these things are useful, where we are apply these things. That is the main important thing. So the only intention is we have to learn carefully. I think your doubt is clear based on this one. Before that one, I will show you one more thing. Before explaining this slide, I will show you one more thing. For example, my program is to print hello world. This is my program. For example, if you are writing the program by using three languages, right now I am using Java, C, and Python. Coming to Java, to print a simple message, Java is completely an object-oriented programming. So you know the meaning. Even though you don't know, no problem. Whenever the concept occurs, I will explain. Right now, for to make the differentiation among the programming languages, understand carefully. In Java, everything is everything is written inside the class. So I am writing a class in the main hello world. This is the program for printing the hello world. Suppose same hello world, this is the C program, but coming to Python, only a single line. I think based on this one, you understand. Compared to remaining programming languages, Python is very simple programming language. So okay, here I got one more message. What is that one? What is the roadmap? When we will be learning what? Just to plan my days better. Exactly. So up to now, what I had discussed is the order, in which order we are moving. So no problem. Whenever the complete session starts. For example, right now today is the demo session. To be frankly speaking, today is the demo session. Whenever the confirm members are fixed, and we will give the roadmap. That is today. This is the topic we are going to discuss. So based on this topic, I am giving some exercise to you. So blindly leave it is not the possible. For example, the concept of assume decision making is completed. So I am explaining the decision making concepts along with some examples. So the thing is not at all completed. I give some exercise problems to you. On completion of every topic, you have to solve the exercises. And if you have any doubt during the exercises, we will discuss the particular things. And meanwhile, what we are going to plan is we are created a WhatsApp group. Already the things are happened. We are created a WhatsApp group which contains all the members that belongs to this Python batch along with me. So if you have any doubt, please ping in the WhatsApp group. So anybody who knows the doubt, he will give the answer. If even though if nobody knows the how to solve the problem, if I am try to solve the problem. Okay. So roadmap in the sense, so what we discuss in the syllabus coverage, we will discuss in that one. So is this class geared for cloud engineers or just data scientists? So exactly this is not related to cloud engineers. Okay, so by these are things so not related to at any point, these are the things not related to cloud engineer. These are the things that are related to data scientist only. That is not, and to be frankly, exactly not 100% data scientist. The data scientist concepts, this is one part. I think if you know the concept of data science, this Python is one concept. This Python is one concept, and another concept is under data science we have statistics, that is mathematical things also. Under mathematical things also, that is the reason. Okay, and I had like have more database. So more database in the sense, here I will explain MySQL database, and based on this MySQL database, I will show you if you want another database, how to create another database also. So that is one topic in our Python programming. Not complete database is not possible. That is completely irrelevant to our. That is at least another subject. That is another subject. Yes, no relation. Yes. We are moving in Python. Yes, one more question. Sir, I have 14 years experience in pharma and I am going to transition to IT as a Python programmer. Can I crop the job or any suggest me? Okay. So now the thing is, and one more question for you are going to Python as a fresher or experience. That is the important thing. As a fresher or experience. So 14 years of experience in pharma as a fresher, 100% it is okay. As a fresher, if you want move to as a fresher, 100% it is okay, no problem. But if you are moving as an experience, then 100% not okay. Here each and everything open facts. Fresher is completely it is okay. Is there are openings for him? Is there opening for him? Exactly. Generally, always some messages are posted in the group also. That is, the institute always messages group post the messages in the groups also. Any vacant positions are there. Okay, 100% openings are available. Actually, this is a programming language. So programming languages have many number of openings. And actually, he has already experience. Even though he fresher to the Python programming language, but he has experience in other concepts. So no problem. Yes, IT company accepts. No, no, no. So the terms and conditions, according to my opinion, the terms and conditions are changed. Suppose if even though you are belong to a teaching faculty, suppose you are working in a under a college, a faculty, those are also completely eligible for IT nowadays. So last long ago, actually they are based on the year passed out. Exactly what your message is completed. According to my experience, I am saying. So they are considered okay. Now the year is 2022. For example, you passed in the year 2009, for example 2010. So what about this 12 years? But right now, so you simply send the message, and these 12 years I am doing this particular job. Now I am willing to move this particular IT. But exactly not all the companies. Openly, not all the companies accept it. But mostly nowadays, some of the companies are accepting this scenario also. So if you have any doubt to move to Glassdoor, so you have the site Glassdoor. There you have some set of reviews. Please check the reviews also. They are given the clear cut reviews. So what are the requirements? What are the things? The things are also available. Okay, not 100% all the companies nowadays, not 100% all the companies are not accepting. Okay, remember that thing. Any other else? Could you provide any real-time projects for us? Yes, we will solve the real-time projects also, no problem. We will try to solve the real-time projects, no problem. Now anything? I think all your doubts are clear. Yes. How many projects will be done by us? Um, Approximately 3 projects. 3. Minimum 2. In the worst case, minimum 2 projects. Depending upon the situation, if you have time permits, then we will go to another one also. Not more than the generally it is not possible. Total duration is exact. Simple thing. And one more question: is this class graded for cloud engineers or just okay? I already got. So total duration is a very simple thing. Depending upon the grasping power, of the students, the total duration depends. Generally, based on this original general scenario, mostly maximum 40 classes. The maximum of 30 to 30 is generally with according to our schedule within 30 classes all these concepts are completed depending upon the grasping power. So there may be extra additional of 10 more classes. So mostly 40 classes. And again one more thing, even though if the things are not completed within the 40 hours, no problem, we will move to another classes also, not a thing. For example, to be frankly, the first batch students take approximately 45 classes and the next batch students they take only 35 classes. Okay, so the things only depended on your receiving capability. Okay, so the minimum of 30 to 35 is the minimum duration. Less than this 30 to 35, it is not possible to complete the content.
30 to 35 hours or how it is?
30 to
Each.
35 hours, not days,
Okay. Okay.
not days. Generally, every day for every batch, not within 35 hours. So generally, it is not completed. Generally it takes to 40 hours also. Why? Because suppose we are in a project, so it is not possible to complete the project in a single session. We are taking one more class. That is the scenario. Yes. Is there any job oriented program? In the sense, job oriented program, in the sense, I'm not getting your point. So the thing is, all these things are related to for job only. Communications, okay, the remaining things, communication skills and interview preparation, no. So the communication skills, all those not comes under this Python. Oh no,
So
for sorry.
which databases will be using for some practice or maybe is structural
uh,
or unstructural databases?
Here we are using structural database.
Structural. Okay.
Structured database. Suppose if you are using unstructured database, again you have to convert the unstructured into structured, then only we have to perform the operation. Those things are completely related to machine learning. Actually, I think you know the syllabus. According to our syllabus, the machine learning concepts are not available. So we are additionally adding the machine learning syllabus. The previously the machine learning concepts are not available, but nowadays to give other benefits also, we are adding the machine learning concepts. But if you are taking again unstructured, it takes a lot of time.
Okay. No, usually the market is about like using MongoDB and so those things. So
Exactly. Yes, I got your
one or
point.
two
Nowadays,
seconds.
you are using MongoDB, but I think you understand the concept. That is completely related to database concepts.
I mean like integration part with Python. So that's what more concentrated on this, actually.
If possible, we will
So how
try.
can, yeah, okay,
And I am not definitely sure. If possible, if time guarantee, time permits, then only we will try. I'm not definitely sure. Why?
okay,
Because only that thing takes a lot of time. Approximately that thing takes 10 to 15 hours.
okay, okay.
Yes. That is a completely MongoDB subject. That is another course actually. Yes. Any others? Yes. RR2 organize. So now communication. I think you are asking the communication skills interview preparation. RR. Yes. So may I know your name? RR means? Okay. Rafi. So I think communication skills are different to this Python. So if you are contact the institute, they are providing other persons for communication skills only. Within this, that is not possible. Yes. Any other else?
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Ah, yes, please.
Yeah, yes, well, some signal reasons. I messaged you before only. I asked all the questions. I have the experience of 14 years like that. I sent the
Ah,
message.
yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, I have given the answer, but I have doubt. Even though if it is I'm interested to transition to IT, but for me, the same thing when I'm asking again, whether the chances is more or less, and because
Sir,
uh,
to be frankly speaking,
yeah,
not chances are not more, sir. But
okay,
chances are
okay,
available. Chances are available. Okay, I'm not
okay.
discussing you. Chances are available, but not more. Why? Because you have 14 years of experience. So, okay, no problem. But 14 years
Mm,
not related to any IT. Suppose not
mhm,
related to any IT, but nowadays some of the companies are interested to take the that is staff from even non-IT departments also. That is most of the faculty members nowadays going to the software industry. I think you know that one. So nowadays taking,
okay.
but I am not sure how many number of chances. I am not sure. That is completely depending on our direct at that particular point of time the
Okay.
IT industry
Okay.
scenario. Yes, sir.
But non-IT courses also you will be there, no, sir, in IT. So like SAP or web developer and
Sir, actually
AWS.
here, nothing. Ah, no, no, sir. A simple thing, sir. Here, whether it is IT course or non-IT course, it takes transition, sir. The transition, for example, in this transition, whether it is a SAP or Python, not a thing. The industry point
Mm-hmm.
of view, that is IT point of view, the thing is, suppose you are not
Transition.
belongs to any non-IT up to now. Sorry, you are not belongs to any IT up to now. So you are in a
Mm-hmm.
position to transit or not. Suppose
Mm-hmm.
I think your requirements are satisfied, then you would completely fine. Suppose if your requirements are their requirements, you are not satisfied their company requirements, then it is not okay. So that is completely depends on the particular company requirements only, sir. Whether it is
Okay.
SAP or Python, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Generally,
Yes, sir.
nowadays this is a scenario. Note, even though any person said that, okay, 100% you get the job means, to be frankly, don't believe, sir. 100% it is not possible.
Yes, yes, yes.
But there is a chance. 100% there is a chance, sir.
Mm-hmm.
100% there
The
is a chance.
challenge, yeah, but it is a
Chance is,
challengeable to me.
exactly, sir. Chance is there. Chance is there. But that is depends on your will power, sir. Simple thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay, sir. Okay.
one, yes, sir. Like him, I am also having 3 years of our experience in R&D. So in R&D in the sense in which scenario actually? R&D in the sense, so for example, actually myself, Dr. Nagaraju, I am also actually I'm PhD completed in machine learning. That is the reason I'm asking automobile design. Okay, that is completely irrelevant to this one. So here also the same thing R&D, but you have only 3 years of experience. That is not a problem. So actually, Sir said that Sir have 14 years of experience. That is somewhat difficult, but 3 years of experience, 100% not a problem. 3 years of experience, You have many number of chances. Yes. Yes. Any other things? Okay, if all this clear, I will close the session. Tomorrow onwards, I will start the topic. Tomorrow, I will start this fundamentals introduction topics. And from Monday onwards, we will completely move to the original things. Okay. I think if it is clear, I will close the session. If you have any doubts, so no problem. I will stay on the session. Please ask me.
Okay, sir. I am good actually. So I will be dropping. So I will connect with you separately. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Ah,
much.
yes. Okay. Thank you. So I got one more doubt. Is there any labs for us for training? Actually, I don't know the answer to this question. I will ask. I think you know the number of Swapna madam. Please ask the Swapna madam. Okay.